So what's up, guys? Today we're gonna need bands, mini bands if you got them, a balance beam like 2x4, something to prop it up on if you have it, some weights or a sandbag or a medicine ball, um, and it's helpful to have a mat as well. So let's go ahead and and also if you have a pull-up bar or something to hang on, that's also really helpful. So let's go ahead and get started with our guided check-in. Just lay on your back and let's just start our breathing, getting present. We're gonna focus on the five senses here. So we're gonna breathe in. We're breathing into that glass of water, filling it up from bottom to top. And as you breathe out, just relaxing, letting all the air go from top to bottom. Start to notice what you smell. Start to notice what you taste. Notice what you're hearing and what you're seeing. And notice temperature in the room. Notice how the clothes feel on your skin. Let's go some core bracing. Right here, hands on your stomach. You're going to push your low back into the ground. And you're going to take a deep breath in with your core tight. Feeling that air fill up the other cavities of your body, your low back, your upper back. It decompresses your spine upward. As you breathe out, you're just going to breathe out and press down a little bit through your stomach, but keep your core tight. As you're doing this, I want you to start to check in with parts of your body. Let's do a body scan. And just kind of go from your ankles through your feet, or ankles through your head, and just kind of take your breath anywhere in there that feels tight. All right, so let's start with some pelvic tilts, arching and rounding the low back. Remember, pretend like you got a pole going through your hips and you're rolling those hips under that pole and rolling those hips over that pole. So my ribs are staying down here, connected. I don't want to see you popping up through your ribs like that. Whenever I push my low back into the ground, I squeeze my glutes. Whenever I lift my low back off, I relax my glutes. Okay, go clamshells. Roll to your side, prop your head up with your hand right here. You're going to make sure you have a little bit of space here. You want your ankles lined up with your glutes and your shoulders, so a straight line from your head to your heels. We're just going to lift up and down. So should feel it in this back side of the glute. We're going to activate these glutes today as we do this. Work on that deep breathing. Should feel a burn right here on the back side. I'm being active with my core, so I'm not just falling forward. I'm trying to stay level with my hips level right here. I don't want to push them forward or back. Still a nice, smooth burn. Keeping my heels connected so I'm not just lifting up like this. My knees are coming up, but not to the point where I'm falling back. My hips are staying pointed towards the ceiling right here. Okay, let's go ahead and flip sides. Same thing. Notice how I'm going in a smooth pattern here. So show you from the back side. Open and close. I'm propping my head up with my hand. I'm lifting my core up off the ground. I got a little space between my belly and the ground if possible. My heels are lined up with my butt. My butt's lined up as best as I can with my hips. You're just taking it smooth, just opening it as far as it'll go. You don't want to force it here, guys. You get a lot of pinch in your IT bands, your SI joint if you overdo this. All right, so now we're gonna grab our band, throw it around if you got it. If not, you're gonna just use an elastic band, wrap it around your knees. You can use a belt or a towel that has it. I'll give you 10 seconds to get something before we get started here. Okay, I'll be on our back. We're going to do that diaphragmatic core brace throughout this whole thing that we worked on at the beginning of class. Just take a deep breath in, core tight. Okay, and then as you drive up, you're going to go 1, 2 to the top. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and slowly come down. Let's just see how many we can get of these. Up, 2, hold, 2, 3, down, 2, up, 2, hold, 2, 3, down, 2, up, 2, hold, 2, 3, keeping this core tight, down, 2, up, 2, hold, 2, 3, down, 2, up, 2, 3, 2, 1, down, 2. All right, guys, so we're doing planks today. I want you to find the hardest level you can do today, okay? So for me, I'm just going to start off. Remember, pushing away from the ground right here, scooping my hips under, coming up on my tippy toes, so my weight's over my hands. I'm feeling this right in the center of my abs, okay? A harder progression would be to go into the ground with your elbows or lift your feet, get your feet onto the wall, and walk yourself up the wall. Now let's go back to our pelvic tilts here. Rounding and arching the back. Nice, good core embrace. Good clamshells on your side. Remember, prop that head up. Nice core activation right here. I'm not being lazy with this core. I'm only feeling a nice little burn on the back side of the glute. I'm not straining this IT band right here. Very gentle opening, guys. You don't have to do much work to activate this glute, especially if you haven't done these a lot in the past. Really trying to jar it open, you might get some strain. Be careful. flip sides, other side, same thing. Remember, heels, hips, butt in alignment with my head. Just opening as far as comfortable. If you have pain, keep it below 3 on that 1 to 10 scale. Feel the burn on the back side of the glute right here, right where it connects in with this hip. You guys are doing awesome. Way to show up, way to work today. Let's keep working here. Good, grab our band, throw it around. Practice that core brace. A little bit of glute activation, so activating the diaphragm with the glutes. Come on up, hold, 2, 3, and down, 2. Up, hold, 2, 3, down, 2. Up, slow, hold, 2, 3, down, 2. Up, hold, down, 2. Up, slow, hold, down, 2. Up, slow, hold, down, 2. Up, slow, hold, down, 2. So it's always 2 seconds up, 3-second hold, then down 2 seconds, really developing some stability in our diaphragm and our glutes. Okay. Let's go plank. So find your progression. You can do them on the wall with your hands, or you can turn and do them on the wall with your feet, or you can just do this position. I'm going to drop down my elbows now. I want these to get a little bit harder each time, guys, but you know your limits. So if your form is bad and you can't keep your hips activated, then you're always going to drop down to the easier progression. So work here on breathing, keeping this core tight, pressing my elbows from the ground if you're following me. Otherwise, just make sure your core is tight and your weight, your abs are activated. Good work, guys. You guys are doing awesome. We're 20% through this workout. Let's go pelvic tilts. Flipping it down right here. Arching and rounding the slow back as you do this. Just keep on arching around. Keep those ribs pulled down. Let's go flip on over. Clamshells right here, lifting up and down. Nice and controlled. Feeling that in the backside glute. Line up my head, shoulders, hips, and feet. And then I'm feeling that nice little contraction burn on the glutes. Nice big deep breaths as you do this. Job. Flip sides, other side, same thing. Up and down. Keep this head, hip, and foot in alignment as you squeeze through the glutes. Nice and smooth pace. You're not rushing through here. Let's go and grab that band, throw it around the knees. Got a towel or something. You can take a t-shirt, wrap it around there. Okay, get creative. Drive up, pull 2, 3, and down 2. Up 2, 3, 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 2. Up 2, 3, down 2. Up 2, 3, down 2. Up 2, 3. Nice little burn in these glutes. You guys are doing awesome. Keep that core tight. You want to push your hands on your stomach. Feel that press through. 2, 3, down 2. Let's go planks. Right here. Flip it over. Show you another progression. You walk your feet off the wall. Right here. Okay, you can walk it different levels. This is another progression of plank just to make it even harder. Okay, these are options for you guys to play with in the future. Just make sure you know your level. Don't get injured. Okay, take it down slow. All right. So here we're going to go tall half kneeling to standing right here. So you're going to walk your feet up, and then you're going to stand up. Okay. Back down. Do that on both sides here. You can even add in a little bit of a deep hip, deep knee bend into this tall half kneeling to standing. We're really trying to keep my core tight, hips neutral right here. Drive, squeeze through these glutes. Squeeze through the glutes, stand up. Okay, so we got inverted crawls, part 2. Right here. Shoulders pressed down and away. Sternum comes up towards the ceiling. Driving my butt towards my heels. And breathing in. Opening up, feeling my shoulder blades connect to my ribs, okay? I got to show you guys even a bigger progression today where you can actually drive up and through and try to lift your hips all the way up, squeezing through those glutes, okay? But remember, keep in mind the rules of pain with your shoulder. So if I'm driving up and this starts to really hurt my shoulder, I'm not going past the 2 or 3. Okay, because your shoulders are probably going to be what's limiting you on this movement. All right. So next station we got is balancing on a beam. Okay, so if you have a 2x4 and maybe a yoga block, that's probably your best thing. Okay. And what we're going to do here is going to walk up and down. Really try to stay tall, okay? Don't use your arms to balance. Try to look with your eyes, not with your head. So don't drop your head down because where your head goes, your body follows. Okay? So just ease into it, toes to heel. So step down onto this plank. Just working that incline balance, the ability to go up and down. Try to stay relaxed with your breath. Keep your upper body relaxed to really connect to that lower body. All right. So now I got walking step overs. We're going to step up and over as if we're stepping over an object. Okay. So this is the first variation. We got a couple of different things that I want to work on today. So we're going to work forward step overs. So if you got your balance beam, that's a good point of reference. Just kind of step up and over that. See if we can step. So see how my ankle tries to go up and over my knee height. Really opens those hips. Focusing a lot on the hips and the lower body today. A little bit of emphasis on the shoulders. Imagine that I'm stepping over something or really get that foot up and over. All right, let's go shoulder crawls, level 2. So right here, you're just on your back. You're going to lift your hips up, roll and shift onto your shoulder, back down, glute bridge, shoulder side. Roll onto that shoulder, okay? So starting to get some support on these shoulders as we do this. Glute bridge, shoulder roll, back down. Glute bridge, shoulder roll, back down. All right. So in this one, you're going to need a weight. If you have a sandbag or something, that's the best kind of weight. If you don't, then dumbbells will work as well. We're going to just work on crawling and either pushing the weight, knee hand crawl, or if you want to try to take it up a notch, you can balance it on your back, okay? And just try to balance that weight as we crawl, okay? So we're adding some weight into our crawl, strengthening our core even more as we do this. Knee hand crawls, right? So opposite arm, opposite leg. Go tall half kneeling standing, guys. So from the top, deep nail position, drive those glutes, step through, stand up, back down, other side. Step through and stand. Try to make sure whenever you're going down, this knee stays neutral. I don't want to see it come in like that. Step out, keep that knee neutral, drive through the glute. Go inverted crawls. Part 2. Shoulders back, drive those hips to your butt, open up, breathe a little bit. Feel those shoulders connect to your ribs and then drive through your glutes. Feel that open up. Get a couple reps here. Feel those shoulders open up as you do this. go, balancing on a beam. Grab your beam. If you don't have one, you can always just do it on the mat. Find the line, try to balance on it. Balance is key in life, guys. We have to have good balance physically and even just with our daily schedules, our emotional, our physical, and our spiritual health. All those things are very important to keep in balance. Having good connection to the earth. That's why I like to do all this stuff barefooted, guys. Work those different muscles of the legs and foot. Okay, let's go side stepovers now. So up, over to the side. So see how high can we get these legs as we step over. Okay. I'm walking side to side. I'm stepping, reaching, over. Okay. I want to add in a variation here as I do this. So I want to step and then reach diagonally. Okay. And then step, reach diagonally back as if I'm stepping over a limb, and then I'm having to reach over a gap. Okay. Nature, sometimes you'll have to do that where you go from a balance to a step over. Okay, let's go shoulder crawls on our back. Lift our hips up, roll onto one shoulder, back down, hips up, other shoulder, back down. Drive, roll, down. So I told you guys we're gonna a lot of glutes today. Putting those glute bridges into practice. Practically, how do we use our glutes? Okay, we can use them with our shoulder crawls. Driving up and through. You guys are doing awesome. Way to show up. Way to work hard. You guys are 45% of the way through your workout. You guys are doing great. Awesome work. All right, let's go knee hand crawls. If you have a sandbag or something, throw it on your back. Let's add some weight. Make it a little bit trickier, guys. Go opposite arm, opposite leg. Strengthening this core, shoulder, wrist, and elbow unit. Keeping my neck and head in alignment. Opposite arm, opposite leg. As I do this, see how many reps can we get while balancing that weight on our back. So even if you have a backpack, you can load it up with things when you're doing this during the week. And for that backpack, I like to use like traveling packs where you can strap them on your chest and your hips. The ones with those kind of straps work the best. Go. So I'll have kneeling, standing again. Starting the deep knee bend. Guys, if you want, you can always make this harder with a weight. So right here, I got the weight. Stepping up and through. Some of you guys like the extra challenge. That's fine. Take it all the way down. All the way down. Squeeze those glutes, drive through. Make sure to keep that knee neutral. I don't want to see our knees knocking together, knocking inward. Go down the hamburger crawls. Okay. Back here. Shoulders back and down. Push your hips to your heels. Open up. Breathe. As we do this, connect to our shoulders. If you want, add in that hip drive. Just to the level you're comfortable with. Or if that's too hard, to stay here. Press your shoulders down. Connect them to your ribs. Open up that chest with your breathing. Push your heart to the sky. Let's go, bouncing on a beam. Right here. Up and down that beam. Try to relax that upper body. Don't get stiff. Really just work on having the control come from your feet, not your hands. See if you can relax these hands and get comfortable. Imagine going over a creek on a branch or a river, and you have to walk up an elevated surface right here. It's really important to have those skills. Let's go step over with a reach. So like you're stepping over a gap. Step over and clear that gap. And back. Okay. So you're stepping over an object and you've got to clear a gap as well. A nice hip opener and stretch, but also very practical because in nature, sometimes those movements come up. Let's go, shoulder crawls, level 2. On our back, roll onto our shoulder, and then back down to the other side. Driving up, put them through. You guys are already 55% of the way through. Y'all are working, just cruising through this session today. So proud of y'all for showing up, working. You have no idea how happy it makes me to see people taking their health serious, moving their bodies, and working on improving their fitness. Let's go, knee hand crawls with some weight. Put it on your back if you can. If not, just focus on your knee hand crawls, opposite arm, opposite leg. Driving through here. Whenever I go to the gym, I like to grab one of those weights that you use on the bench press or whatever and throw it on my back. Do some crawls, really helps my core. Gives me a great, just full body workout. And it gives me a lot more surface area so that I can have the weight more evenly distributed over my back. All right, let's go rocking on the front. So knees right here, come down, then drive your knees to the ground, up. Keep my low back long, so I'm not rounding right here. I'm keeping it long. I'm just gonna go a couple reps. In and out on that long spine. Let's go base builds. So right here with the base builds, you're just arms out, elbow, elbow, knee, all the way up. It's a really good full body core activator. This is also a martial arts move. Somebody's on your back, you can always drive up, and get them off. Go tall now, happening on the handstanding. We're in our circuit now, in our flow. So we're just trying to move quickly through these movements. All the way down, all the way up. That's that song, bring Sally up, bring Sally down, right? Coming up, we're going down. Let's go deep knee bend, part 2. Right here, driving up and down. Really work that toe, ankle, and knee mobility. And go side to side with your hips. Stretch up those toes. Today we're going to add some quad lifts in here. Where you're on got your back against the wall, toes pulled up, and you're just going to march your heels off the ground, shoulders pulled down and back. Really stretch out these hamstrings and back. I'm trying to get my butt as close to the wall as I can. I'm just right here, pulling my toes towards my shins and lifting my heels up and down off the ground. Just to kind of realign these knees in case you're having any tightness in them. Just kind of a preventative thing. We're doing a lot of deep knee bend and stuff, so always getting our knees back into alignment so that way we don't tweak anything. Let's go throw that weight on our back. Get that knee hand curls right here, forward and back. Nice and smooth, guys. We're in the thick of it now. We're kind of going into our more higher pace part of today's session. So I want you guys to move quickly through these stations. You're going to do a quick turnaround. Job. Let's go front rocking right here. So forward and back. Drive down, drive up and through. Really feel those shoulders kind of open up and stretch as we do this. Let's go base builds, arms at the ground, arms out. Elbow, elbow, knee, all the way up and down. See how fast can we push ourselves? Get that heart rate up, guys. Want to stay in that high intensity level for the next 15 minutes to get the best benefit out of this workout. So I challenge you guys to push yourself. Try to keep up with the pace. Got a tall half kneel in the standing right here. Step, step, drive up and down. Both sides. Guys are doing awesome. Way to show up. Way to work. Let's go deep knee bends. Side to side. Reaching. If you want, you can push yourself up, open, and then slowly lower down. Kind of challenge yourself. You can rock back, you can lift up. Okay, so just play with different variations of this. But the most important thing is just get that stretch. All right. Do quad lifts, back on the wall, shoulders pulled down, toes to your shin, knees, quads are flexed. You're just gonna walk your heels like this up and down. Let's go knee hand curls with the weights. I'm gonna carry this weight and kind of just switch it each time. It's another way to work it. Sides. Okay, let's go rocking right here. Down, back, and up. All the way through. You guys are doing great. Way to work hard. Over 70% through. Three-quarters of the way through the workout, guys. Way to work. Go base building. Elbow, elbow, knee, knee. Try to alternate sides as you do this. Really feel that burn, guys. Work today. Let's go tall half down to standing. Step up. Really feel that burn in those thighs. Go deep knee bends. Rock down and up. Whew. I felt that one. Almost a little rough. In and out. Reach side to side. Let's go quad lifts. Toes pulled up. Shoulders down and back. And just march. Shoulders pulled back. Keep them down. Don't let them pop up here. Try to keep your butt up against the wall if possible. All right. Let's go knee hand curls with your weights. Switching arms each time. Again, there's a lot of different variations, but the goal is to challenge your core in different ways. So find a way that works for you to make it hard, a little bit harder than just normal crawls, okay? Even like one time I put a weight vest on my body and did some crawls, and that really helped me challenge my core as well. All right, let's go inverted crawls. Right here, shoulders back, drive your hips to your heels. Breathe in and out as you open up. Feel those shoulders open, press them away. If you want, you can add a hip lift in. All right. Go balancing on a beam. Right here, I'm stepping up, just kind of walking on this beam. You know, we're kind of flowing quickly through these stations. Imagining we're in an obstacle course or something, and we're running, we're getting up to a different obstacle every 20 to 30 seconds, okay? So just want to try to keep up with the pace of the course. Let's go walking step overs. Let's go sideways step with a reach. Sideways step with the reach. And let's imagine that we're on a clock here. Let's just try to go to different parts of those clocks. Switch sides halfway through. Step over that gap. Step up and over that object. Let's go on the back, shoulder crawls, level 2. Hips up, roll to the shoulder, back down. Hips and roll, back down. Hips and roll. Hips and roll, back down. Great work, guys. Keep it up. All right, get to your dead hang station. You got one? I'm gonna go get to mine real quick. We're gonna go for 30 seconds, okay? So get to your station. Come back in 30 seconds. All station, guys. All right, inverted crawl, part 2. Right here, hips to your heels, press away, drive up and through. And down. Great work, guys. Way to show up, way to work hard today. I know this isn't easy, but your body will thank you for it later. All right, let's go bouncing on a beam, walking up and down that balance beam at an incline. Okay. I like to even add in a decline as well, because why not, right? Want to work different things. Let's go step overs. Let's imagine we're on that clock now. So we're stepping over and like stepping over an object and then over a gap on that clock. So it requires a little bit of balance, a little bit of mobility, strength, and flexibility. Gonna drop on our back, shoulder crawls. Level 2, drive up, Roll on the shoulder, back down. Up and roll, back down. Nice little massage on these shoulders. If you get that shoulder blade just right, you feel a nice press into that shoulder. Kind of releases that shoulder blade, helps it to kind of go into alignment and work more functionally. Let's go dead hangs. Running, get to your dead hang station if you got one. Otherwise, just go in a downward dog. Go inverted crawls. Back to your inverted crawl station. Pressing through. You guys are doing awesome. 85% through the program this morning. We're just cruising. Work on your breathing. You want to add that drive through. Let's go balancing on a beam. Right here, got my incline, decline station. Just challenge your balance, guys, if you want. You can always make the incline harder as well. I got about a 30-degree incline here. The more the incline, the more the challenge. Let's go step over variations. Okay, so you're on that clock, stepping over that branch, clearing that gap to safety. Go shoulder crawls. Level 2, on our back. Drive. Really press that shoulder into the ground. Feel that nice little massage in the back of that shoulder. Building some strength in those shoulder blades and glutes. Way to work hard, guys. Drive up and through. Go get your dead hang station. Inverted crawls, part 2. Drive your hips towards your heels. Drive up if you want, or stay low and just work on connecting your shoulder blades to your ribs as you breathe. Still balancing on a beam. Walking up and down. Go, we're getting our walking step overs. So stepping over, they're in that gap, and then stepping over that branch. They're in that gap on the way back. Always coming back to center. Let's go shoulder crawls, level 2. Drive up. Really roll onto that shoulder blade and back down. Guys are doing great. Way to work hard. We're pushing it today. I'm proud of y'all. You guys are going to be ready for whatever the world has to throw at you come next spring. Might even all just join up, do an obstacle course at this rate. Let's go dead hangs. If you have a door jam as well, you can just kind of hold on to that like this. I'm just holding on to a door jam. Look at this. I got my hands on the inside of the doors. Just kind of pulling. That also is a really good way to kind of stretch out your shoulders. Go inverted crawls, part 2. Pressing down and away, opening up. Feeling those shoulder blades connecting, pressing. You can even kind of roll and get that chest involved. Feel those shoulder blades moving up and down. Let's go balancing on a beam. Level 7. Up and down. Go walking step overs, try to change it up. So that way you make sure you're getting every angle. Stepping high and clearing that gap. Trying to step over my knee the whole way so we don't hit that branch and then fall into that gap. That gap might be the difference between life and death. Okay, so you got to clear the bent branch and clear the gap. Let's go shoulder crawls, level 2. On our back, drive up. Side to side, down. You guys are doing awesome. We got less than a minute left. Drive through. Try to hit every station as fast as you can. Work the intensity on these last few stations. Let's go dead hangs. Find a door jam if you have one. Not, or if you have a dead hang bar, that can be better. Guys, let's go back into our guided check-in. At the end, go and lay on your back. Breathe. Just if you feel any last areas of tension, just take your breath work into those areas. Just take that deep cleansing breath into one last area here. We're going to go 2 breaths. All right. So let's slowly come up. The questions that I'm going to ask you guys to reflect on is, what's one thing you did well last week? And what's one thing you'd like to change this week? Okay. So let's go ahead and stop that.